You're listening to the Call Kent podcast, where Kent C. Dodds answers questions and gives insights to software engineers like you. Now, let's hear the call.
Hey Kent, it's Jan, and I was wondering, how do you host videos? So it looks like your Epic Web Dev website is made with Next.js, but regardless whether it's with Remix or with Next.js, how do you host your videos? The Epic Stack teaches us how you host your images, but it would also be super interesting to know how you do it with videos. Thank you very much.
And that was the call. Here's what Kent had to say.
Hey, Jan, thank you for the question. So I actually don't build my course websites. That is built by a company called Skill Recordings, which is an awesome company. They are the ones behind Total TypeScript and Epic React and Testing JavaScript and just JavaScript, a bunch of sites. Also, sister company to Egghead.io. And so I pretty much don't make any opinions on their tech stack, which is why they are using Next.js, because all of their sites use Next.js. They've been using Next for years. And I did ask them if they could make the Epic website in Remix, and they started using it, and it was working fine. But they said every time engineers would go over to the Epic website, they had to change the way that they were thinking. They couldn't use their shared abstractions that they'd already built and everything. So they said, hey, is it okay if we just go back to Next.js? I was like, that's fine. But I will hear people talking about the fact that Epic Web is not a Remix site at all for probably forever, which is fine. Anyway, so that comes down to the answer to your question about how I host my videos. I don't host videos. That is built by Skill Recordings, and I can tell you they host their videos on Mux, which from my understanding is a really awesome platform for video. So if I were to do something like that myself, I would absolutely use Mux. I will add a link to that site in the description of this episode. And as far as my images, the Epic Stack does show you how to save images, but I will add that I don't necessarily recommend that every product save their images the way that we do in the Epic Stack. The Epic Stack is just a really good way to start. But if you end up storing really big images or a lot of images or have a bunch of marketing images or whatever, right now, my personal website uses Cloudinary, and that works really well. It's just very expensive. And so eventually the Epic Stack will have something that's a little bit better than what we have today. But if I were tasked with building a site that required images, I would absolutely look into using Cloudinary, possibly Cloudflare, which has image support as well, and is a little cheaper. But if I was doing video, 100% Mux. I hope that answers your question, and I hope you have a nice day.
This has been the Call Kent podcast. Learn more about Kent at kentcdodds.com and get your own questions answered at kentcdodds.com/calls.